What if I told you that your life right now, the job you have, the habits you repeat, the risks you avoid, isn't because of your potential, it's because of your hesitation. Because you've been taught to wait, to calculate, to rehearse the plan instead of living it. But what if I also told you this, that one decision, not next year, not next month, but today, could change everything? No, this isn't just another motivational speech. This is a wake-up call. And if you stay with me until the end of this video, I'm going to give you a practice that flips the switch in your body and in your mind. Not someday, not eventually, but now. Because the truth is, people don't fail for lack of desire. They fail because they let fear dress up as logic and call it safety. And the longer you wait for perfect timing, the more you train yourself to tolerate a life you secretly want to outgrow. This is the part most people skip, the part where you pause the video, scroll away, go back to your routine. But if you do that, you'll miss the only thing that actually matters, the moment where everything could have changed. This isn't a pep talk, it's a protocol, because by the end of this video, I'll walk you through a simple yet brutal practice, a 3-minute challenge that will confront your comfort, wake up your instincts, and remind you what power feels like. But only if you stay. The ones who leave early stay stuck. The ones who finish activate. Let me tell you the real reason most people never rise. It's not lack of talent. It's not even fear of failure. It's fear of being seen failing. They don't fear action. They fear judgment. Not what if I fall, but what if they watch me fall? So they blend in, play small, wait for clarity, postpone the leap, and build entire lives around someday. But what if someday is the biggest lie you've ever believed? What if this is it? Not the final moment, but the first one that actually counts. Here's what I've learned from voices like Jim Rohn, from people who've built something out of nothing, and from my own failures. No breakthrough begins with safety. Every quantum leap starts the same way, with uncertainty, trembling hands, and a voice that says, "Do it anyway." That's the voice we're going to unlock today. So if you're ready, if you felt the pressure building, if you're tired of playing defense in your own life, then stay. Because by the end of this video, you won't just understand why people don't take risks. You'll understand why you must. You weren't born afraid to take risks. You learned it. You were rewarded for compliance, not courage. You were told to raise your hand, not raise your voice. To follow the rules, not follow your instincts. To sit still. Be nice, get it right. Don't mess up. Little by little, risk became danger. Mistakes became shame. And soon you were no longer chasing growth. You were avoiding exposure. Not because you're weak, but because your entire life has trained you to believe that safety equals survival. But here's the twist. In today's world, safety is the new silent killer. Fear doesn't always show up with sirens and panic. Sometimes it whispers in the language of logic. It's not the right time. You're being smart. Let's just wait a little longer. And it sounds responsible. But it's not responsibility. It's self-protection disguised as strategy. It's fear dressed in a business suit, giving you reasons to do nothing while your potential rots quietly under your routine. You know this feeling. That ache in your chest when you think about making a move and the voice that says, "But what if I mess it up?" So you stay. You stay in the job that drains you. You stay in the body that frustrates you. You stay in the same loop, waiting for a green light that never comes. And the worst part? You call it stability, but it's not stability. It's stagnation. It's your dreams dying slowly in a cage labeled normal. Most people don't avoid risk. They just choose a slower, quieter kind of risk. The kind that doesn't explode, it erodes. One missed chance at a time, one more month of playing small, one more year of, "I'll start soon." Until one day you look in the mirror and realize you're no longer stuck. You're cemented. Not because you failed, but because you never moved. Failure hurts. But do you know what hurts more? The regret of never trying. The invisible pain of wondering who you could have become if you had just moved. Most people overestimate the pain of taking a risk and completely ignore the price of doing nothing. They imagine embarrassment, judgment, what-ifs, but they don't imagine what it'll feel like to live the same year 10 times and call it a life. To watch the spark dim, to watch their reflection become unfamiliar, Not because of age, but because of avoidance. Waiting doesn't protect you. It robs you. Every hour you stall is an hour of momentum lost. Every day you hesitate, you train your nervous system to freeze under pressure. And the truth is, you're not thinking it through. You're building a habit of hesitation, and that habit has a cost. It costs you clarity. It costs you confidence. It costs you the life you said you wanted. Pain is inevitable, but you get to choose your pain. The sharp, temporary pain of failure, or the slow, numbing ache of staying small. One hurts now, the other haunts you forever. You don't escape pain by avoiding risk. You just delay it until it's irreversible, until it becomes that quiet, restless voice inside that says, I was meant for more, and I did nothing. So here's the question no one asks. What is it really costing you to keep playing safe? To keep making decisions based on fear? To keep hoping that something or someone will pull you forward without you ever leaping? Because that cost is not imaginary. It's showing up in your anxiety, in your low energy, in your sleepless nights, in the numb autopilot you call getting through the day. And it won't stop until you do. Risk doesn't ruin you. Comfort does. Risk stretches you, builds you, reveals you. Comfort shrinks you, numbs you, softens your hunger until you forget what hunger even felt like. You call it peace, you call it balance, you call it stability, but deep down you know it's boredom, it's shrinking, it's slow death disguised as calm. Every day spent avoiding risk is a day spent building a life you'll eventually want to escape. And the more you stay in that comfort, the more it costs you. Not in dollars, in dignity, in fire, in aliveness. Every time you take a risk, you reinforce a new belief. I am someone who moves. I trust myself to adapt. I don't need guarantees to act. And that belief builds resilience. It builds momentum. It builds the version of you you've only seen in flashes, in dreams, in gut instincts, in those late-night visions you keep brushing aside. But that version isn't waiting for the right time. He's waiting for you to stop playing defense. You're not taking a risk to get a result. You're taking it to become someone new. Every fall teaches you how to rise. Every setback forges strength you didn't know you had. And every bold move whispers to your nervous system, you survived this, you can handle more. That's how you build an unstoppable mind, by earning evidence through motion. You don't grow by staying safe. You grow by showing up scared. That's the price of transformation. That's the toll to cross into the life you say you want. You don't need to get rid of fear. You need something louder than fear. Because fear isn't the problem. It's just a signal. It's your body saying you're stepping into something that matters. The question isn't, how do I kill the fear? It's, can I lead myself through it? When your reason is weak, fear wins. When your reason is strong, nothing can stop you. This is why you need more than a goal. You need a mission, a standard, a non-negotiable. A vision that pulls you out of bed and dares you to become someone who doesn't quit when it's hard. Because it will get hard. You'll get tired. You'll doubt everything. You'll want to run. But if your mission is deep enough, you'll keep going. Let it get louder than the criticism, louder than the past, louder than the part of you that still thinks you need approval to matter. You weren't built to play it safe. You weren't built to blend in. And the longer you deny that, the more your body will remind you, this isn't who I am. That tension you feel, that restlessness, that hum in your chest when you're stuck, isn't anxiety. It's resistance to your own mission. The people who change things aren't braver or smarter or more gifted. They're just more committed. Committed to the mission, to the message, to the version of themselves they haven't met yet but are willing to fight for. And that mission gives them the power to move through fear. Because when your why is strong, you stop needing guarantees. You just need the next step. You've listened, you felt it. Now it's time to move. Not next week, not when it's convenient, right now. This is the part 97% of people skip, and it's exactly why they stay stuck. But not you. Because if you've made it this far, you're ready to flip the switch. Step 1, say it out loud. Pick one thing you've been avoiding. Say it clearly. Say it raw. I'm afraid to blank because blank. Don't hide. Don't filter. Speak the fear. Strip it of its power. Step 2, move your body. Right now, stand up. Take 10 deep, aggressive breaths. Shake out your arms. Slam your foot to the floor. Interrupt the pattern of stillness. This isn't about the breath. It's about breaking the freeze. Waking the body wakes the courage. Step 3, take one micro action immediately. Send the message. Make the call. Throw out the junk food. Hit publish. Book the flight. Record the voice note. Open the blank doc and write the first sentence. One small move, right now, before your brain starts negotiating you back into fear. You don't need a new plan, you need a new pattern. And patterns are built through action, not analysis. This video won't change your life, you will. If you move now, so let this moment be the one you look back on and say, that's when it changed. That's when I stopped hesitating. That's when I bet on myself. You don't owe the world certainty. You owe it your courage. So choose it. Now. If this video shook something inside you, prove it. Drop a comment with the word moving, not just to signal others, but to signal yourself, because the next version of you is already watching.